Breakaway students, Pastor Dave here. I just wanted to make a quick video just to tell you how much I miss you. I love you guys, and I had such an amazing time at Breakaway 2019. Man, I'm back in Colorado, you're back in your homes, and so what is this video about? Well, I was thinking about a story this morning. Right behind our house, because we live in the mountains, there's this thing called the Manitou Incline, and people come from all over the world to climb this thing. It's one of the most difficult things I've ever done. But basically, it's a 2,000 foot elevation gain in 1 mile, and so basically, it's like this, going all the way up, these little stair steps. The first time that I did it, man, when I got to the top of it, literally, you know, we talk about having a mountaintop experience. It was like a spiritual experience. I had this literal mountaintop experience, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I could just live up here. And it was beautiful, and I could see all the way to Kansas, no exaggeration. It was absolutely amazing. It was one of the coolest things I've ever done in my life. The next time I did it, about 3 weeks later, I took my daughter Ashley, and we were going up, and about 3/4 of the way up, a storm came out of nowhere. And so these clouds were coming in, it started to rain a little bit, and then it started to rain a whole lot, and then there was lightning, and then it was chaos. It began to hail, and so the temperature dropped from like 70 degrees down to like 45 degrees. We could see our breath, we weren't prepared, and now we're trying to get off the mountain because it was so dangerous. And as we were taking the switchbacks all the way down and just pouring, the rain and the hail was pounding me and my daughter said, "Daddy, should I be scared?" And I was like, "Baby, as long as I've got your hand, there is no reason to be scared." And I got her off that mountain that day. And I just want to share that with you guys because you had a mountaintop experience, many of you, at Breakaway a couple of weeks ago. And I just want to remind you of something, that the day that we got down off of that mountain, we were cold, we were hungry, we were freaked out, and safety was in the valley. And so when we went home, we got dressed, we ate some good food, and we just kind of went, whew. Let me tell you something, life is meant to be lived in the valley. There's times in which you can get on the mountaintop like Breakaway, retreat, and just remember who you are and who God says that you are. But be encouraged, life is meant to be lived in the valley. And so maybe some of you have messed up. Maybe some of you have gotten back into some things that you swore you would never do again. I want to remind you of something. I want to remind you of our passage that kind of defined the whole weekend for us. And it's 2 Corinthians 5, starts in verse 17. It says, anyone who belongs to Christ is a new person. The old has come, the old is gone, the new has come, and a new life has begun. And all of this is a gift from God, who brought us back to himself through Christ. And God has now given us this task of reconciling people to himself, no longer counting people's sins against them. That includes you. And so because of that, we become ambassadors of this wonderful message so that we could share this gift with others. We are Christ's ambassadors because God is now making his appeal through us when we speak for Christ and we plead, come back to God. And so yet again, allow me to be a voice. If you feel like you've kind of veered off since Breakaway, you come back to God. What you experienced was real. The plan that he has for your life is real. He loves you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And we love you as well. So man, get back to where you need to be. Understand that life is meant to be lived in the valley. Know that I'm praying for you. I pray for you guys every single morning. I love you all, and I hope to see you guys super soon. Until then, be good. See ya.